In the lead up to Christmas 2021, I was exposed to a torrent of precognition and psychic insight which no amount of medication could suppress. Cosmic luminosity was revealed to me after putting pen to paper with the following lines. If past, present, and future abide in the eternal now, and time and space are one, then connecting with the infinite is entirely possible. So too the feasibility of interstellar travel. Albert Einstein propounded the existence of tunnels embedded within the fabric of the universe, shortcuts in space-time through which a traveller could conceivably pass. The concept became known as the wormhole theory. Einstein's hypothesis bears an uncanny resemblance to the tunnels reported by those who've died and lived to tell the tale, whilst undergoing so-called near-death experience. In the mid-1990s, after reading the account of one such experience involving the deceased leaving his body and travelling the solar system before entering such a portal, I wrote to the International Association for Near-Death Studies, UK, inviting the organisation's chairman to consider a possible link between NDEs and Einstein's conjecture. The reply I received dismissed as implausible the idea that physical and spiritual occupy the same space. It was felt that the spirit realm was separate from the material realm, which to my mind entirely missed the point. It is patently apparent that spirituality and physicality are fused in human form, so why not beyond the limitations of life on Earth? Those who returned from beyond to share details of their most wondrous crossings described the passage from here to there and from there to here as natural and effortless, like walking from one room into another. We should listen attentively to their testimony. They are among us and have much to teach. When we are delivered into this world, we also pass through a tunnel, the birth canal, and as with near-death experience, the new arrival is greeted by light and unconditional love. From the 11th of December 2021 to Boxing Day 2021, the storm of mystical cognizance broke, and with it the pain, tears and triumphs of past lives, clearly remembered and acutely felt in the here and now. The meaning and importance of duality was made crystal clear. With comprehension and intense compassion, I saw war, famine and pestilence. I understood that change is the only constant, and that everything is interrelated, that we are all inextricably linked, and that the only mistakes are those we do not learn from, and that things are ordained just so for good reason. Synchronistic shooting stars and mysterious lights in the sky were visible, and not for the first time, dates with cosmic significance were imparted to me. During the 1990s, I received a transmission. The global manifestation of the light in the form of craft will take place on Christmas Eve 1997. I took this to mean that the skies of our planet would be illuminated by the star people, the very same celestial beings that seeded us on Earth. I planned for the Advent by organising an event that was to take place on the Coach Road, also known as the Pastures, located in Staindrop, County Durham, the landing site of the radiant emerald orb I witnessed earlier that same year. A further communiqué explained that this was to be a precursor for the descent of the light in the form of craft. As Christmas 97 approached, the skies over the village were aglow. Swathes of luminescent, shimmering white light danced across the horizon. The Northern Echo newspaper reported the phenomena as a laser experiment emanating from Middlesbrough, some 29.3 miles away. That eve, as we gathered on the Coach Road, police turned up in an incident response vehicle, demanding to know, "Why are you here? What are you doing?" I explained that we represented the Intergalactic Federation and shared the communication I'd received. The driver consulted his fellow officer. We should be on the streets of Darlington, then sped off, leaving us to continue with our preparations. People came from far and wide to take part: Durham, Dumfries, Devon. My marvellous brothers rallied round with everyone else. Elizabeth, our amazing mother, cooked up and dished out hot broth from her cauldron to keep participants warm. Brian Russell of Little Newsham, a neighbouring hamlet, provided transport and wood-fired braziers. Brian, a master blacksmith, went on to design and forge the entrance gates to London's Globe Theatre. I'd arranged hundreds of flashing battery-powered lights in the form of a circle on the ground, and on the off chance, my suitcase was packed and ready to go. I felt supported, held, surrounded by love and goodwill. The proceedings were recorded by my cherished friend Chris Ledger, a filmmaker who I'd invited to our family home with a request that she document events. Some weeks prior to this, it was conveyed by a channeler who arrived at my door and announced that although we would not observe craft on the night, the Star People shall be with you. To my knowledge, there were no sightings by those who held hands in that ring of unity we formed as Karen Carpenter's ethereal voice called out to occupants of interplanetary craft. The occasion, however, was not without high drama, as this all took place against the backdrop of hurricane winds that rip-roared through our ears across the nation, into and through the night, the full force of the butterfly effect.